What's going on, everyone? Welcome to Texas on a channel. If you're new here, definitely consider subscribing. So today we're taking the Civic to the dyno for the first time since putting the Speed Factory race cam in, valve springs and retainers, upgraded supercharger pulley, so we're not at 6.5 pounds now, we're at around 9 to 12 pounds in that range. We got the AEM cam gear adjusted. We are going to have the intake pipe with no filter. We disconnected the test pipe, so it's just going to be running open header, and we're going to have ice bags with us to put on the supercharger in between pulls to kind of cool it down. I also wanted to give a huge shout out to a subscriber, the one who got the green car. They sent me these cool quick release for the battery terminals. They're really easy to install, and I'll put a link in the description where you can get some of those. But yeah, with that aside, Michael last night was adjusting the tune for me. We stayed up real late getting it all adjusted. I'll put a little video clip here. Now you seen how it fell on its face? That was because it hit a lean cut, but we got that problem taken care of now, so we're going to get to the dyno. We're going to have to adjust it on the dyno and stuff like that, but we're going to AGN in Killeen, Texas. Huge shout out to Eric, he's a really good dude. But if you guys are ever in the Killeen area, need some work done, definitely hit Eric up. He's really good at what he does. He works on Hondas and all makes and models of all vehicles. But I'm going to go ahead and get headed towards Killeen. Alright, so we're here at AGN's in Killeen, Texas. He's got a really nice car on the dyno. Let me go show you that real quick. This is the car he's got on the dyno. We have to let him get finished with this tune first. He's making some good power out of it. And then after this thing's done, then mine will be next on the list. But we're letting this one cool down right now in the shade, just without the hood. We're not doing the ice yet because we still have to move this back and then move it up on the dyno. Then we're going to put the ice on it. But hope you guys enjoy the content. Way better. Yeah. Way cleaner. These newer ones are pretty hard to tune, huh?
Yeah, they're picky.
Yeah, seems like it. Because usually with anything else, you're just like bam, and it's good.
It's more a little bit picky. But it's a big difference from the way how he gained.
Oh yeah.
I believe.
From 334
it
to
definitely will
370.
feel way better.
Yeah, the torque too. I mean, he's gonna instantly feel that.
I can't wait to drive this off.
That's awesome. Nice car. I want one.
Very good.
You got the flex fuel sensor, the upgraded intercooler. It has the full downpipe with new exhaust and the high flow cap. It's a pretty clean setup. I really want one of these. Maybe someday when I get more money. one was from my last time being here. So the blue one's from the last time. Alright, so Michael and Eric both looked at the log and it leaned out a little bit on top, and this is what it made without VTEC engaging. It wasn't at operating temperature yet, so check it out. So it made 189 horsepower. The 182 is our previous run from last time we were here. This is what it made on non-VTEC with the Street Savage race cam. This is without VTEC engaged. We should be well over 200 horsepower with VTEC engaging. Michael went ahead and fixed all the lean spots, and he's adjusting stuff now. So yeah, we're gonna go ahead and get the ice off there now that it's cooled down and go for another run. Okay, so on that log, we made 205 horsepower. As you can see, the red line is VTEC is actually engaging now compared to previous. But yeah, he only took it to 6,800 RPM because he didn't know where my rev limit was. So this has way more cam than we thought. This Speed Factory cam is incredible. So now we're set at 8,000 RPM. It is a stock bottom end, so it's not gonna be able to last long at 8Ks, 8K revs, and then we're gonna put the test pipe back in and hear what it sounds like and see what the power is with it, as I would if I was on the street. So 200 though. When we came here last time, we were at 182, and then the first pull today was 189 without VTEC hooked up. With VTEC hooked up, 205, not taking it all the way through the RPM range. So this thing's gonna definitely make some power. This Speed Factory cam, I am super impressed with it because we thought VTEC was engaged and it was on the non-VTEC load still. That's super impressive. So we're gonna let this cool down and go for another pull. On that run, right at the back it started to dip a little. Wow. So the first time we came in with the supercharger, yeah, it was 182. That was like last month or whatever. And with the Speed Factory cam put in to 208, just by doing that and upping the boost a little bit,
You will be able to increase a lot of the RPM.
yeah, if the bottom end could take it more, this cam still has more in it. It's not even degreed or anything, so we could get more out of that. Super impressive. So Michael's been in here behind the scenes adjusting all of the tune to try to get the most out of it. Eric is telling me some things to tell Michael, but huge shout out to Michael for this because he's all the way in Kansas and I'm in Central Texas area here in Killeen, Texas, and Michael's adjusting this from Kansas via Wi-Fi. So huge shout out to Michael, huge shout out to Eric here at AGN for letting us do this and use his dyno. So yeah, we're just gonna put the test pipe back on because this thing is super loud. I mean, I have to plug my ears when I'm holding the camera. It's crazy. But I'm going to do the test pipe, put it back on, and hopefully it doesn't mess with the tune too much. We'll see exactly what happens. Add more timing.
You see it? Yeah, see it right here? You add a little more time, you're probably gonna like it.
So we don't have these exhaust off when we go to the track.
No, this is, I mean, it's 208, 208.
Right, the same horsepower.
Yeah, so that's pretty good to know. I mean, this is an effective setup.
A better header, I think you'd be fine.
Yeah, a better header, I'd have more power.
Yeah.
This is just the cheap eBay, like the cheapest of the cheap.
Better header, yeah.
Yeah, car is pretty good.
Yeah. All right. So we're gonna make a YouTube channel for Eric. So he'll have his AGN tuning. So once that's made, I'll put it in the description of this video, so you guys can follow some of his builds he does and some of the dyno tuning and stuff like that he does. So definitely stay tuned. Huge shout out to Eric for hooking us up with this dyno run and all the good things that he's doing. So definitely stay tuned, guys, because that is something we're gonna do more on. I will explain more once we know more. So we're gonna go ahead and do another run. All right, so now we have the air filter on. This is exact how it would be on the street. So he's basically just gonna put some temp in it and then go for it. So this is the 208 horsepower is what it made on this exact tune, but this has the air filter on now. We're gonna see what happens. By putting the air filter on, so about 2 horsepower. So that's how much having the air filter on makes a difference and having it off. But definitely good information. Okay, so I'm back at the house. It did really good at the dyno. It made 208 horsepower with the air filter off, 206 with the air filter on, so a loss of 2 horsepower, but it was really hot in the shop. It was like 115 degrees. It was over 100 degrees outside. It was just crazy hot today, but that's Texas for you. So I do need to get a water meth injection kit eventually and bring those intake temps down, but I'm really happy with the way it's turning out. It probably could push a little more power if we degreed the cam properly, but right now it's at stock Z6 settings. Even though this is a white head, the cam is a Z6, so I have to have the cam gear set to Z6 specs. If we advance it another 2 degrees, we could probably get a little more power out of it, but you know what, I'm happy with it. It's instant power. As soon as you step on the throttle, it's instantly 9 PSI. And that's what I pushed on the dyno runs, 9.1 to 9.3 PSI consistently through the entire dyno pools. So if we get a little more boost in it, we can make some more power, but 208 horsepower, that's great. 206 with the air filter on. But we're gonna redesign the intake system, like I said in the previous video. But this happened on the way from AGN to my house. The radiator like started spraying coolant out, so I lost a lot of coolant. It went up the windshield, and yeah, so now I have coolant on the windshield, and it overheated on the way home, but it's not pressurizing from the boost or anything like that. I think it's just the cracked radiator, so I need to get an aluminum racing radiator while I'm at it. So that's probably what I'm gonna do next. But in the next video, I'm gonna be live. I'm not sure if it'll be tomorrow or the day after, but I'm gonna get it in the next couple days, hopefully, and do the contest giveaway for the max speeding rods, the forged rods. So if you guys didn't check that video, check it out for your chance to win some forged rods for a D16. But that's basically it for this video. Thanks for checking in and watching the video to the end. Really appreciate it. If you're new here, definitely consider subscribing. Hit the like button, drop a comment below, share this video, and subscribe. But I'll see you guys in the next video. But as I like to say, God bless, stay safe, stay awesome.